Hey, hi guys. I'm just about ready. Aw, thanks for coming. Oh my goodness, look at all of you. We're just gonna paint and hang out a bit today. I was thinking about doing some actual work and then figured that I would just not do that. So we're, hey, hello everybody. Hi Lacey. Hi Anna Banana. Hi Brumbelow. Hi everybody. Okay, I just need a second real quick. And we will start in just a moment. Hi everybody. Hi Maria. Hi Taraboo. Hi Nerdy Pickle. Hi. Oh, hi Alexis. I hope you can paint with me. Hi Kayla. Hello everybody. I'm almost ready. Almost ready to paint. Hi Noelle. Hi everybody. Okay, yeah, we're gonna paint and we're gonna hang out. And I was gonna check something on my phone and I can't remember what it was. Oh, maybe I should. I'm just gonna let Instagram know that we're streaming. So thanks for hanging out and waiting, guys. So we're gonna take a quick picture. Do you guys want to say hi to my Instagram stories? If you guys say hi in the chat, I will include that in my Instagram stories. Say hi, everybody. Pause Game of Thrones for this. That's serious business. Instagram. Say hi, guys. Everybody's saying hello. Hi. We're gonna be live and streaming and painting. Okay, good. Now I just have to post that real quick. So we're just gonna say that we're streaming on where are we? YouTube. Serious business. Oh yeah. Instagram. Okay, let's turn that. I don't want to hear that. Okay, real quick. Streaming on YouTube. Yep, we sure are. We're doing that. Not gonna even leave a link. I guess I should leave a link, right? You're going to be famous. Okay. We're just gonna post it. Okay, there we go. Done. All right. Aw. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is just, I'm kind of playing around. If I stick my face in front of this, can you? Hello. Hello. I can't see the camera, so I don't know what it looks like. Oh, I know. I wanted to know if I could see my chat from my phone so that I don't have to go around. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I want to talk to you guys, so I need to be able to see. I need to be able to see what you're saying. I gotta. Help me with your Spanish. Aw, thank you. That's so nice. Oh, sorry, the pretty part. Thank you. That's very nice. Okay, so now I can see the chat, which is good. And we're gonna paint. We're just gonna play around and make a big mess. I'm using this palette for acrylic paints, and there it goes, drippy drip, all the way down. Okay, so I'm excited. Do you guys want to be a little bit closer to the painting? Maybe just a little. Maybe like that. Will it stay like that? That would be great. Okay. So you guys can be there. I did say hi to you, to Anna Banana. I said hello. I said hi earlier. And hello again. Okay. Oh, thank you. Ooh, knitting. I miss knitting. I used to knit a lot. Okay. I want a big brush. It is a canvas panel, breadcrumb. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to use this unnecessarily large brush. Look at this huge thing. I got this for oil painting. I haven't used it at all. Okay, so I just got a bunch of phthalo blue. Oh boy. And I want some red. Wow, this brush is chunky. This is gonna be a big mess. I'm excited. My Instagram name is the same as my YouTube name. It's Arlie Bean over on Instagram. Okay. Whee! Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. We're gonna make such a big mess, you guys. Oh, yay. Okay. So I'm having a little bit of an issue, and that's that I didn't clean off my palette before I started painting. So I have dried paint on it from last night, and that paint is like coming off as I mix this new paint. So there's like chunks of old paint in here, which is not ideal. Ooh, questions. Yeah, the paints and canvas panels are from Arteza. I'm going to be talking to you about their acrylic paints and panels next week. So this is just me playing around and prepping for that, kind of. How long do my paintings usually take to paint? It depends on the painting. Sometimes if I'm doing something quick and expressive, it might take me like an hour to paint. Other things will take me like 4 or 5 hours. It really does depend on what I want. Ooh, ah. I'm like holding this thing still. And I'm trying to read all of your comments. 1 a.m. in the Philippines. Wow, it's late. This is gonna take a lot of paint to cover this canvas. I don't know if I'm going to, I don't have any plans for this piece also. I'm just making a mess. So, yeah, these paints are, like I said, Arteza's acrylics. So I'm just playing around with them to get to know them. I'm gonna make a really big mess. Hi, hello to everyone. I don't really know what this painting is gonna be. Oh, look at that, putting a capital question. That is some good way to have me find your question. Okay, what actually is it though? Do I keep a moist paper towel or rag in my butcher tray? No, sometimes I do. I actually have a water bottle with me right now. So I'm gonna use that to occasionally spray my paints to kind of keep them moist on top so they don't dry out too fast. So that's what I'm doing for these acrylic paints. So yeah, if you guys have a question, and if you put like a capital Q or capitalized question mark, like in all caps, I'll see it. Look how this brush, the bristles are just, can you see this? The bristles are just like coming out of this thing. Okay, it was really cheap, so. You guys are so nice. A pure black background from Ordinary Colors. So black is, you can mix from like kind of the 3 primaries. The colors I'm using right now are phthalo blue, like a middle red, it's called scarlet red, and then a cool yellow, like a lemon yellow. And this color is actually just a really dark blue. And this is a mix of phthalo blue and that warmish red. And they mix together to get the super dark bluish color around the outside. So, yeah, it's blue. Oh, you guys are nice. Have I ever dyed anything? Ooh, oh, you recently dyed yarn. That's really interesting. I used to dye yarn. Before I was doing watercolor or art, really this kind of art as my job, I was knitting a lot and crocheting a lot, and I actually had a spinning wheel and was making my own yarn for a little while, like spinning wool to make yarn, and that was amazing. Oh my goodness, I loved that so much. It was so fun. But then I had my son, my second kid, and I just didn't have as much time to do it anymore. So I stopped and then picked this up a while later. So yeah, it was really fun. Super cool. I dyed yarn, and I actually did a lot of natural dyeing with yarn. So dyeing yarn with like black beans and onion skins and stuff like that. That was so much fun. Oh, go work out, Lacey. That's so good. Take care of yourself and motivation and have a wonderful workout and stuff. Thank you for stopping by for a little bit. If you're, I don't know how long, well, I'll be here, but you can hang out later. I have 2 kiddos, somebody asked, a girl and a boy. My daughter's 5, and my son is 3, and they're awesome kiddos. I love them. They're downstairs right now. doing? I know I have missed a couple of questions, so if I do miss your question, oh, my favorite core watercolors. I really like Core's transparent yellow oxide. That one's really nice. And that quinacridone violet's really nice. Phthalo turquoise. Core's phthalo turquoise is the one that got me into the color of phthalo turquoise. I really love their version of that color. It's really nice. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I'm kind of facing away from you a little bit. A tutorial of like a countryside. I haven't done a ton of landscape paintings, to be honest. I want to do more landscape paintings, but it's not super, super high on my priority list right now. There are some really awesome artists. I don't know if Noelle is still here, but Noelle has a really nice YouTube channel, and she paints lots of landscapes in watercolor and gouache. She's really great. Did I go to art school? Nope, I did not go to art school. I'm already out of phthalo blue, by the way. I used all of the phthalo blue, so I'm going to squeeze out some more. I did not go to art school. I think about it sometimes, but for me, it's just not worth the expense currently and like going back to school. I'm 27 currently, so, and I have 2 kids and a husband, and I just don't really want to go back to school, and things are going well for me now. So anyway, here's more phthalo blue. So I'm going to pop, how can I want you guys to see this. Can you see it? Ooh. Phthalo blue. Gonna pop some more of that in there. Okay. Noelle, she's like Noelle Curtis Art, I think. Oh goodness, I think that's right. She was here earlier, but that's okay if she just popped in for a little bit. Noelle Curtis, maybe? Like C-U-R-T-I-S? Oh, boop, 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 boop. I want to make a video, hopefully in June, about, somebody asked about, like, watercolor for beginners. I want to make a video in June about, like, my top recommended, like, cheap watercolor sets. Because that's something that people ask a lot, like, watercolors for people who are just getting started. And there's like, kind of a couple different ways to think about it. Some people will say you should get fewer of a professional quality paint. And some people will say you should start out with student grade paints. And so anyway, I want to at least talk about like my most recommended like cheap watercolor sets, hopefully in June. All of my videos are scheduled for the month of May already, but hopefully in June we can do that. How do I name art pieces? Oh boy. For me, my art piece names are like super simple and intuitive. I just kind of look at something when I'm done with it and think about what I would want to call it. I usually keep my names pretty simple, like just a couple of words for to name my pieces. I know we're just still playing with this background, guys. But yeah, I usually try to keep naming really simple. And something that means a little bit of something to me. Am I using a reference photo? Not right now. Nope, I'm just playing around. I'll get you guys closer to this painting very soon. So you can actually see like the variance in color. This brush is like packed full of paint right now. And I really want to, I gotta rinse it out. I don't want to rinse it out, but I'm gonna rinse it out. Yeah, it's huge. It's a size, it says a size 18. So for just a reference, here's like a smaller flat brush. And this thing's like super large. I was just using it to okay, I'm gonna, oh no, I just made a big mess. Ah, there's so much paint in this thing. This feels horrible and wasteful. Can I just not do that? How about I just, oh, how about we just make some really loose, messy things? Uh-huh, this is good. This is a lot of paint. I didn't want to waste it. I gotta get you guys closer so you can see this thing. Oh, SATs. I remember SATs. That feels like so long ago. I mean, it was like, I guess if I took my SATs my senior year of high school, that would have been 10 years ago. Wow. somebody asked about a YouTube channel. Oh goodness, what was it? Is it possible to have a successful art video on YouTube without followers? I think the most important thing if you want to have a successful YouTube channel is to post consistently. Like, just keep posting regularly. Like, I've been posting once a week for the most part for like almost 2 years, and I had no following when I started. Nobody knew who I was, and I just kept posting. And hi Cheryl. I just kept posting, and it grew slowly over time. I mean, sometimes it was slow, sometimes it was fast. That rate of growth has fluctuated a lot. Oh no, I just dropped some paint. Come back. Okay, anyway. You just gotta start slowly, and it'll build up over time. Be consistent and let it happen, or something. Oh yeah, start it with a set of cool and warm primary colors. That's a super flexible way to start. You can mix almost anything with those colors. Let me adjust you guys so you can see these colors a bit better. I'm noticing that the image on my screen looks a little bit different than what I see when I'm like watching the video. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. I know it's a little bit of a downward angle, but I hope that's all right. The Arteza acrylics have been fun so far. I really like that it's just a nice, like, affordable opaque paint that I feel like I can make a mess with without feeling like I'm wasting anything expensive, and there's nothing about the quality of them so far that I feel like is getting in my way of creating or learning. We're gonna make a really big mess, guys. I'm gonna need a ton of white paint. Oh my goodness. So much white paint. This is gonna be really blue. Yeah, juices for kids, doesn't it? Like these little baggies, it looks like applesauce is in here, and I should be able to squeeze it out of the top and just eat it, right? I agree. I agree that that's what it looks like. How do I choose color palettes? Oh gosh, it depends on the piece. For this one, I really wanted to work with a lot of phthalo blue. Like, that was kind of my intention on this piece. I knew I wanted just tons of phthalo blue. So that's what I'm doing. I need a crazy amount of white paint for this thing. Okay, I need more white. There's one titanium white, and it's gonna get used up pretty fast, I think. The nice thing about these acrylics, though, from Arteza is that you can buy refills of like individual, you can buy these packs individually. So if I run out of white, technically I could get this on its own. It's like way more expensive to buy one at a time, but I could if I wanted to. So I don't know. Somebody asked if I prefer oils or acrylics. I don't have a ton of experience with, I have less experience with acrylics than with oils. So I kind of like just need more time with them. But I'm actually enjoying these because if I use the paint really thickly like this, I can still blend it out because it stays wet longer. So that's fun. Sorry, you guys like can't see because my arm is in the way. How do we not have me painting and all you can see is my arm? Don't know. Do I get all of my art supplies online or local art stores? Well, I don't have a ton of like local art stores close to me. There's like a Blick art supplies like half an hour from where I live. I go there sometimes. Most of my supplies I purchase online because it's just so much easier for me to get a hold of stuff that way. Ooh, PB60. Yeah, that Indian Throne Blue is a gorgeous color. I really love it. I'm just going to drop in something lighter for contrast around this edge. And even this paint in the background you can see is still wet. So that's one of the biggest complaints, that I've heard about acrylics is that they dry so fast. And I'm finding that using these, I would consider these soft-bodied acrylics. I think they're soft-bodied acrylics. Again, I don't know a ton about acrylics, but using them like this super thickly is allowing me to really keep that paint wet for longer. Like even this stuff up here is still wet, like the first paint that I put down. So that's kind of a big thing I really like about oils, is that the blendability, you know, you can work with them for a long time, which I like a lot. Yeah, sometimes you can get cheaper prices online, which is nice, but it is still cool sometimes to be able to support local shops, even if it costs a little bit more when I can. Which is not like super honest or super often, to be honest, because there just isn't a lot near me. This is fun though. I'm enjoying this. Oh yeah, the brushes hanging in the back. These are my calligraphy brushes, like my Chinese calligraphy brushes, and I hang them here because this is the best way for them to dry. So they like to dry that way. Man, I wish I could get like a better camera angle for you guys, because it's like not ideal. Maybe there's some weird contraption I can put my iPad on top of and stand you guys up. That would be fun. I guess it doesn't look, I don't know. Does that look okay to you guys? Can you see okay? Just let me know what you think. Because whenever I start painting, I feel like I just block everything. I'm going to mix up a darker color, add some contrast. Okay, if you think everything looks fine, then we'll go with that. So I'm going to try to get something darker in here. So let me know if you guys have any more questions. One more quick tip is that if you are looking to establish like a focal point, like a certain point in your piece, somewhere where you want the audience to focus, like that's the place where you should add the most contrast. So the most difference between light and dark, especially with something where you're doing like super painterly and adding lots of brush strokes and making a big mess like I am. So right in here currently there's the most contrast over here, where we've got this super dark value against this super light value. And that's super, say super a billion times. It's really helpful for establishing a focal point, a place where you want the viewer to look. I'm just trying to cover up some more of this canvas right now. What am I actually trying to do here? What are... Aw, you're welcome, Maria. I'm trying to read as many comments as I can. Somebody just asked a question. Mediums I don't like. I have tried oil pastels, and I don't hate them. I did a little bit with them, and I thought that was fun. I don't use charcoal very often. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything I would say that I like strongly dislike, but I definitely have preferences for like watercolor and gouache. Oh boy, Posca pens. Am I going to make a video about Posca pens? It seems like a good idea, right? Like, people seem to be really into them. Okay, I can't keep working with a dirty brush like this. People seem to be really into Posca pens, and I know it'd be a good idea to make a video. I'd like to. I just need some time, partly because of my schedule. So like my upload schedule is currently, I have videos planned through the month of June already. So all of my May videos and all of my June videos are kind of already planned. So I don't remember if Posca pens was on the schedule for June or not, but when I can get to a Posca pen video, I would like to do that, yes. I've had them for a long time. Actually, I got them, oh gosh, many months ago. And I never never made a video about them or used them very much because I really didn't like using them on paper. So, and then I tried using them on other surfaces and it was way better, so. Told myself I wasn't going to add a bunch of red to this piece. I just can't help it, I guess. See, like, this is still pretty wet down here. I can, like, kind of blend this out if I want to, or not, which is cool. I'm being really hard on these brushes, by the way. They're getting rubbed all over the place. Oh, hello from Spain. Thank you. What inspires me? It's hard to answer. Other artists, obviously. I really like portraying the human figure in different kinds of ways. I'm just looking at this and trying to think about how I want to move forward with it. I think I need a lot more white paint. I'm looking at it now and thinking that I need a lot more white paint. Do I ever use Copics? Yes. You can find some really old videos on my channel from like 2017 where I used Copic markers. I had a 72 set of Copics. I believe it was the sketch set B. And I used them for a little while, but then I wasn't using them for a longer while, so I sold them to a friend so she could use them. I haven't gotten Copics in a while. What color represents me the most? Probably some shade of warm red, like a peachy red, like a warm red mixed with like a cool yellow that's salmony pink. I use that color a lot, so I would probably say something like that. I really like that. Do you only sell artwork online, or have you also sold art in like local festivals? It's actually kind of crazy. I live in a small town with a population of like 4,500 people, like 4,000 people, not a lot. And we have an art gallery in my town, like a little art gallery. What am I doing with this thing? And all you have to do to join and show your art there is go fill out an application. And then it might cost like $50 for the year or something like that. It's not a lot, but I've never done it. And I don't really have a good reason. I keep saying I want to, and then I'm just such a hermit that I just stay in my house all the time. I mean, I did go out a little bit today to drop off the sticker packs for patrons. So those are out in the mail. But so far, I have only sold my art online, with the exclusion of when I was in middle school, when I was in like 6th grade or something, and I sold drawings of Pokemon to my neighbors for a quarter. So I guess that counts as selling art locally when I was like, 11 or 12 or something. Oh boy. Do my children enjoy art? Yes, they do. My kids love to paint. I'm like looking around because my daughter just started making this book yesterday. She's like making up her own Pokemon, and she's been like logging all of these made up Pokemon in a book. And it's been like adorable. Oh boy, okay. Listen, Jeremy. Thanks for the message and stuff, but we need to keep this art related for now. I don't know if you guys saw Jeremy's messages down there. It's okay if you have like a message to spread, like a thing you want people to know, but there's a time and place, you know? Okay. What's happening? What's my favorite ready-made sketchbook? Yeah, the 500 series Strathmore Mixed Media is actually probably my current favorite right now, like a pre-made sketchbook as opposed to like one I make myself. I really like that one. I wasn't sure if I'd like it at first because the texture of the paper felt a little bit weird to me. I wasn't sure if I would like that one. But it grew on me as I finished that sketchbook, and then when I got toward the end of it, I bought another one because I enjoyed it so much. So I do really like that Strathmore one. Not really sure. I need a lot more white. I need to like brighten up the whole figure so that I can add some darker details, I think. I think that's what I want to do. Yeah, my son really likes to paint too. He's really more into like the sensory experience of like spreading paint around on a paper because he's younger. So he just likes to make big messes with paint mostly, but they both are really into art. And when I told my daughter she's 5, I told her I was getting out the acrylic paints today. She asked if she could do some acrylic painting, so I got her I got out some super cheap acrylics I had for her, so she was painting with acrylics yesterday. What am I doing? This isn't white. I need white. Okay. White. White, white, white. That's what we're doing next. Look how dirty this brush is. Oof. I gotta. Okay. I think we're gonna take a short intermission. I'm not gonna leave the stream on. I'm gonna leave the stream on, but I'm gonna go, acrylics can make a mess. Let me show you real quick. I'll move you gently. So this is what I've got right now. My palette is kind of a big mess. My water is a huge mess. My painting is coming along. But I think I need to go get some fresh water and rinse my brushes real quick, and then I will come back. So I'm just going to step out of the room for a moment. You may talk amongst yourselves, and then I will be back. And then I will answer... Oh, sketchbook tours. We'll talk about sketchbook tours and the bee watercolor paper as soon as I get back. So I'm gonna take this off. I'll be right back, guys. Okay. Okay, I'm coming. Here I come. Here I am. We got some clean water. We got some clean... Just what's happening? Oh, you guys are talking. Look at you. Look at you guys talking. So nice. I'm back. Okay. A quick tour of my art room. Okay. How about I'll show you around a little bit while I talk about sketchbook tours. And okay, first of all, the bee watercolor paper, the 100% watercolor paper, I don't like it very much. Maybe I got a bad batch, but I don't like it very much. Okay, so this is where I keep notes from other artists or my friends. They go up here and like in orders or gifts. I keep all my brushes up here and pens and pencils, some of them, and a plant. So this little boom arm that's mounted to the wall, that's where my camera sits. So my camera's on there. I keep some art books here as well as my calligraphy brushes. This is a little painting by John Lariva that I got for supporting him on Patreon. And this is the desk that I always use to film my videos with our painting. And a couple more plants and a painting from my art friend Dory Wynot. She's super awesome, really good at painting things. On this wall, we like mounted these crates to the wall, and I use them to store my art supplies. So sketchbooks, watercolor palettes are in here, art books, watercolor paper, this is handmade watercolor is in here, and also these containers hold paint for filling up other stuff. Hi guys! And a couple more handmade watercolor things in here, and then a few more art books down there. Then my printer and sticker cutting machine are there, and these drawers house everything I need to pack orders basically. So sticker packs are in here with stamps and everything for stickers, and then these drawers just hold like postcards, like thank you notes, and all my shipping stuff is in there. On this side, I keep prints. So these are prints in here, and a bad batch of sticker paper where it printed the colors wrong for no reason. And way down here somewhere, not that one, somewhere, there's paintings and some originals and stuff. So that's where I keep those things. If we do a complete turn, boop, 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 boop. These shelves are where I store other things. So I keep kind of things that are a bit more on display, I guess. So that's this painting right here. This one is an oil painting of mine that's drying. So these are some paintings and some stuff I'm storing. Yep. That's pretty much the room. And then there's kind of a mess back behind there. There's a keyboard back there that gets used sometimes. It's taken me like a couple of years to get this room to where it's at, and I'm pretty happy with where it's at currently. But it's definitely taken time to get here and to get this stuff the way I want it to be. So let me set you back up here. I think that looks all right. I hope that looks all right to you guys. And there we go. Okay. Do I have any of my old art with you before I started YouTube? Oh gosh, I do. I do have old art from before I started YouTube. So maybe you guys can let me know what your preference would be. Because to be honest, I'm just kind of here to hang out with you guys. So let me know if you would prefer to continue working on this painting, or I can get out a really old sketchbook for you guys. To be honest, it's kind of like my very first sketchbook from when I started getting into art again. Oh gosh. Oh, I see sketchbook, I see painting. Hi Zoe, sketchbook, painting, oh sketchbook, painting, painting, okay, painting, okay guys, I think what we're gonna do for now is we're gonna stick to this painting, and I will do another live stream for you guys soon. Thank you guys for asking. Okay, we're gonna work on this painting some more. Is this dry? Oh, it's almost dry. Yeah, so I can touch it now, mostly. And, okay, let's work on the painting for now. And then we'll do another live stream for the sketchbook. Okay, my palette's a mess. What do I want to do here? Thinking about standing up for a minute to paint also. Everything can stay where it is, but I'm thinking about not sitting back down yet. Somebody asked about this mug. I got this from a really awesome Etsy seller in Tennessee, and I love it. It has green tea in it right now. Aw, thank you, PJ. Okay, I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna use a softer brush this time. This one's much softer. This one is super bristly. So you can see this one's, the one I was using earlier, super bristly. This one's gonna need washed with soap and water when I'm all done. But I'm gonna use the softer one now. So I'm gonna get a bunch of white paint. Like a bunch of white paint. And see about covering some of this super dark area. I want to lighten it up. This is not pure white. This is kind of mixed with some of my other colors. So it's going to be a bit of a desaturated color. Aw, thanks, PJ. That's so sweet. It's still kind of crazy for me sometimes thinking about being a YouTuber. Like, I kind of started this channel as a hobby because I wanted to share art stuff with, I wasn't really intending for it to grow into something, or I mean, I shouldn't say I wasn't intending. I didn't really need it to grow into something that would become my job. I just started it for fun because I wanted to, and it's been growing, and now I'm able to make money doing this, which is really exciting. So I'm really happy to get to do what I'm doing. Oh, can I show my acrylic paints? Like the palette that I'm using right now? Is that what you mean? I can show you, yeah, we can look at the palette a bit if that's what you mean. Don't really know what I'm doing here. Kind of just making a big mess. So I want to mix the colors, so I'll show you my palette. This is this is the mess that we're working with at the moment. And this is where I was pulling that white from. I'm going to put a little bit of yellow in it. It's pretty messy. This is just a big butcher tray. These are Arleesha acrylics, by the way. They were sent to me, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about them in my next video. And so far, I'd recommend them. I haven't had any issues with them. They seem to be a bit more straightforward than even like the watercolor paints, which were fine, but had some drawbacks. And these seem to be pretty standard, nice paints that aren't holding me back from doing anything, which is nice. I'm gonna have to make some decisions about this. Man. Am I going to be selling my homemade watercolors in the future? I would like to. It's just something that takes a lot of time. So I have some paints drying right now, and they're going to need a lot more time to finish drying. So I'm just kind of waiting on that. Waiting on stuff to dry, and I need to make more paints, and it's just something I can't work on all the time. I don't want paint making to be my full-time job, but once I have a batch of colors ready to go and all dry, I do want to do at least one release of them and be able to share those paints with you guys. So don't worry, I will give you plenty of notice and let you know when that's happening. So no worries. Question. Futile question of the day. Do I paint my nails? I do not. I used to paint my nails when I was a teenager, but I've kind of stopped doing that. As a little bit of a side note, this is kind of random, but I want to tell you guys anyway. I don't paint my nails, and I used to straighten my hair like every single day when I was a teenager and a young adult. I don't do that anymore, and I never really got into wearing makeup, so I don't do that at all. But anyway, no, I don't paint my nails, and my hands aren't really clean right now. They're kind of covered in paint. I tried it, the best way for me to keep my nails clean is to keep them short. So otherwise I just get a bunch of stuff under my nails, and that's annoying. What are we doing here, guys? I feel like I've got in a lot of loose stuff, and I need to refine any details that I want to be present here. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep going over the same things over and over. Oh, do I like oils or acrylics more? I love the oily blendability of oil paints, like, so much. I really, really love that. I'm going to move this over here and hope it's not in the way, just for now. I love the blendability of oil paints. Oh, and just the oiliness of them. They're so creamy, and there's something very unique to them in that regard. I think acrylics are kind of a streamlined way to work opaquely. They do dry kind of fast, but they're cheap. They can be cheap, so that's nice. I think if I was going to pick just one to use, it would be oils. But I don't have enough experience with acrylics to know what makes them unique yet, you know? Like what makes them other than just, something other than just an opaque paint. How's my battery doing on this thing? How do I even find that out? Okay, I was just checking my battery, and it's good. If you're just tuning in, I'm using acrylic paints, Arleesha acrylic paints. These guys. Just playing around with them. So basically what I've got going on here is like a head and shoulders, basically. Super simple and standard at the moment, but I haven't decided how I want to change it, make it different. I have an idea, so we'll see. Yeah, water mixable oil paints are what I use, Samantha. So I only have water mixable oil paints. Although I've been learning a lot about traditional oils, and I don't think it would be that much of a stretch to just be using them, because I don't have to use some of the like the chemical things that I was worried about having to use in the beginning. Anyway, I've been kind of learning more about that process, and I just don't think that some of my worries are necessary. What's the most expensive paints I've ever bought? Oh, let me think about that for a minute. That's a good question. The most expensive paints I've ever bought. Oh, well, I mean, if you're talking about just like the amount of money I've spent on paints at one time, that would be my big Sennelier watercolor set. At the beginning of 2018, I bought the 98 color Sennelier tube set, and that was like $300. And I've been saving up for that and planning to get it in the new year, so I did. And that was like the most expensive individual purchase I made. But as far as like paints that cost me the most to purchase, like for the amount of paint I got, it's probably like my Hushwing watercolors. Those are handmade paints by a girl in Virginia. And I did a review of those on the channel. That's probably like the most expensive individual purchase I made, because that was like 10 half pans for like $100. Don't know what we're doing here. Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't talk about sketchbook tours. A couple of people have asked if I was going to be doing another sketchbook tour soon. And I do have at least one sketchbook that I filled up. I guess my brain never thinks about sketchbook tours as something that, I know we've talked about this in like every single sketchbook tour, but my brain sometimes thinks that they're not super interesting because my sketchbooks aren't super interesting. Like, there's just lots of scribbles and like planning notes, you know, that sort of thing. And my sketchbooks don't have very much finished work in them, like hardly ever at all. And I've been working in several different sketchbooks at once currently, because I have like one that I use to sketch, and I have one sketchbook that I use for painting or watercolors or gouache, so I haven't finished a ton because I'm working in a couple at once for different reasons. But I could still put together a sketchbook tour of like what I've been working on recently and the sketchbooks I'm playing with right now. But again, because of my video schedule, it would be a while before I could get that out to you guys, but I'll put it on the list if you guys want to see that. I don't know. What are we doing here? Yeah, and even my sketches like aren't that, I want to say they're not that good because they're just really sketchy. But I don't know. If you guys want to see it, it's what I've been doing, so I will I'll put it on the list and we'll make it happen as soon as I can. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. Oh, I need to make a plan. I think I also need to start using a smaller brush. When did I start drawing? I drew a lot as a kid. I know that almost every artist says that. But then I didn't draw a lot as a young adult. Kind of stopped. And I never really drew to learn how to draw when I was younger. I just drew for fun. I didn't take any art classes or anything. And it wasn't until 2016. Was it 2016? I think it was 2016 that I actually started wanting to learn how to draw. Not even professionally at that point. I didn't need it to be professional at that point. But maybe almost 3 years. And since I've actually been trying to learn. So is there any other craft art that you work on when I have art block? Yeah. So when I feel really blocked and I need to step away from art, I really like to make music. I have a guitar and a keyboard, and I enjoy using them a lot, so I do that. And I love to play video games, so I do that. Music and video games are big ones for me. Where do I edit my videos, like software? I use Adobe Premiere Pro to edit videos on my computer. Sorry, I was like answering that while I was reading comments. Do I use any varnish for oil and acrylic? I've only varnished a couple of paintings. I've used like this, and I'm not planning to sell them, so I don't really need it to be like a fancy pro varnish. I've used a little bit of like this spray varnish. I don't even remember the name of it. I used the spray varnish a little bit. I'm gonna switch to a smaller brush so I can start working on details. I don't have a ton of experience with varnish, but I am slowly working on doing that. Did I want to study something other than art? Yeah. When I was a kid, I wanted to work with animals, and then I wanted to be like a youth pastor. That's actually what when I was applying to colleges, that's what I wanted to do, was to go to like a Christian school, a Christian college. And then I didn't do that because I got married and moved to Pennsylvania. I was living in California. And then I started working in a public library. This is not your question at all, I'm sorry. Started working in a public library and thought I'd do that for the rest of my life until I had kids. And then we're here. So, do I sell my watercolors? My handmade ones? Not yet. We'll get there, though. Sorry, I'm just leaning over this thing and reading your comments. My favorite watercolor palette slash brand. Okay. Okay, let's talk about this because this is important. And then we'll talk about gardening. So help me remember. Palettes, gardening. Palettes, gardening. Okay. So my favorite watercolor palette currently, if I like the one I reach for the most, is actually like my White Nights watercolors. I've been really into just put my arm right in front of the camera. I've been really into the reliability of the White Nights set. For some reason, it's just like, it really appeals to me that I just know what to expect from the colors. So I just reach for it a bit more often, which is nice. I'm just mixing, making a mess. Okay. So we're working, the smaller brush is what's going to help us to get details in here, which I really need. And I might even sit back down. So I reach for my White Nights watercolors a lot right now. And then do I garden? I do. Yeah, I feel really fortunate that we get to garden where we're at in our backyard. So we have some flowers, obviously some flowers, but also some food plants. So we have lots of fruit trees in the backyard, young. We just planted them last year. So that'll be a few years before they're actually fruiting. But we have fruit trees, and then this year we'll have lots of berries. So we'll have raspberries, and we'll have lots of blackberries and blueberries this year. We had strawberries last year. That was great. I love them. So I do enjoy gardening. Yeah. Paul Rubens. Oof. If you're looking into the larger set or the smaller set, I have the larger set and I really like it. I think you could definitely use, I haven't looked at the smaller set to be honest to see what colors are in it that are not in the, what colors are in it, what colors are not in the smaller set as compared to the larger set. I want to look, but I haven't yet. How often do I do live streams? Not very often. Oh, I'm just sticking my face in here. Sorry, guys. Oh, we're moving slow now. Just trying to figure out what I want out of this and why it's not what I want yet. What do I need to change? What do I want to be different? Can I name some artists who inspire me? I would be happy to do that because I love artists. Great people. Okay. Artists who inspire me. Obviously, we talked about Miriam Tilson like a billion times. Miriam's fantastic. She kind of opened my mind to a lot of things, whether it's like subject matter, working with gouache, making YouTube videos. And I'm super honored to be able to call her my friend now because we've gotten to connect with one another, and that just feels like a dream because she's incredible. I really like Miriam. Other artists who inspire me. It's so hard to because I think a lot about people I know on Instagram, and it's kind of actually hard to name them because people have weird Instagram handles. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. How about, here's what we'll do. If you follow me on Instagram, when I am done with this stream, I will tag a bunch of them in my Instagram stories for you guys to see. I know that's kind of cheating and not really answering the question, but I hope that's okay. Because it's like hard to think of. And then I can look at some art and think a little bit more clearly. So I feel like part of the reason this form is bothering me for this head is because I'm not using a reference photo, it seems very, there's not a lot of anatomy going on. I'm thinking about adding in I don't know if I like that. We'll just keep playing. How about that? So, okay, okay, an important thing with stream paintings, it's really difficult for me to paint on stream. I don't know if you guys can tell, because I want to talk to you guys, and I'm not focusing wholeheartedly on making the best painting ever. So to be honest, I don't know if this painting will ever get finished. I don't know if it'll ever be something that I love, but I mostly just wanted to hang out with you guys, and painting is a great way to do that. This is a mess. What is this thing? Oh boy, do I have any pets? Not currently, which is weird for me because growing up we always had pets, but my husband is allergic to like animal dander, so we can't have like a dog or a cat. Well, most breeds of dog. Some are okay. But we want to get a pet soon. We really wanted to get chickens this year, especially because our kids would love chickens, but it didn't work out, which is okay. We've had chickens before. They're amazing pets. Ooh, something just happened that I like on this piece. I'm not really sure what it was, but something happened and I liked it. Oh, if you've asked a question that I missed, feel free to ask it again. I need to define the anatomy a bit more, I think, at this point, and that would make me happier. If I want to have anatomy, it needs to be better defined. Yeah, burps are great. What should you draw, Lacey? A chicken. How about a chicken? I like chickens. Okay, I'm gonna use a little brush now. This little one. So compared to the largest one that we started with, I'm gonna use this little one to blah 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 to define some details. Do I know how to draw animals? See, that's a tricky question. I have a little bit of experience with drawing animals. Not a ton, but a bit. I think the biggest thing about being an artist is learning how to observe. So yes, drawing animals repeatedly will help you to better understand their anatomy, but I think I have enough, I hope this doesn't sound selfish or cocky, but I think I have enough observational skills to be able to figure out how to draw animals. So while I'm not an expert at drawing them by any means, I have drawn some before, and I think that if I wanted to figure them out, I could. Oh, Catherine has a very important question about colors. Yeah, roosters are jerks. Sorry, guys. Okay, how do I keep my colors so colorful? It started because I didn't know how to mix colors, to be honest. Like, I started trying to get more muted, desaturated colors that blended together a bit better, and was just failing miserably at that. So I just kind of embraced using more colors. And the reason that it all comes together in the end is contrast. So having a good balance of light and dark values means that you can kind of do whatever you want with the colors you're using, as long as your values are well established, in my experience. Just fiddling with this now. I think sometimes about having like a more elaborate setup for streaming, but I don't do it very often, so I've never really taken the time to set it up. PJ, if you want to make handmade watercolors, the first step is like always research. I'm just kind of like casually leaning over here. finding out where you can get pigments. I get mine from Kramer Pigments, their website online, and also from Earth Pigments. I think I would recommend Kramer over Earth Pigments, generally speaking. I have a playlist on handmade watercolors. You can check those videos out if you haven't. I think I'm going to try to pull a nose out of here. Like, make this be a nose. So, we'll see if that works. That's going to help with the anatomy so much. It'll give the face more form. Is Kramer expensive? Pigments are expensive. Earth Pigments is cheaper. So if you wanted to go through earthpigments.com, it's cheaper. But in a lot of cases, you're also going to be getting cheaper quality pigments. So the colors might not mix as vibrantly. They might, sometimes they look like they have like fillers in them. You have to use more pigment with Earth Pigments. So with Kramer, those pigments will last you longer, even though they cost more. So generally speaking, yes, Kramer's more expensive than like Earth Pigments. I'm gonna see if I can switch you guys to be a little bit closer so you can see this a little bit better. I haven't used any mediums to slow down drying time for acrylics. I used to use acrylics more when I painted, sorry I'm spraying my paints, when I painted board game miniatures I used acrylics for that. And there's like acrylic like retarder mediums that you can get to slow down the paint drying time. So that can be useful. I'm just putting this a bit more upright so you guys can see the colors more accurately because we're going to work on this nose. Okay. So now you guys are really close, kind of right in front of the painting, to be honest. You guys have a better view than I do currently. Give me just a moment to try and fix this setup. I hope that works. The color representation isn't phenomenal, but I think we can make this work. I haven't tried Kramer's watercolors yet. I'd like to at some point, maybe. I don't know. I have so much paint. I don't really want to just get paint. I mean, I know that the channel, I review paint, so it's important, but they seem nice. Yes, the Mia gouache. I am going to make a video about it. I hope we're reconnecting. Are we back?